So
How
now,
long is our session today?
1.5 hours.
Okay.
Okay, I guess more 40 minutes still we have. So we will study a little bit more. All right. Now we have completed our first module. Okay. So now we will move to a second module, that is strings. Now, what are strings? So this is the definition of a string. String are sequence of character that can store a number, letter, or combination. Now, the problem with integer and float is in that I can only store a number. Okay. Now, where will I store alphabets? Okay. So for that, we have strings. So if you want to make a string in Python, you either use a single quote like this, or you use a double quote like this. So anything you can use. Single quote also will work. Double quote will also work. The only thing you have to make sure is don't use single quote in the start and double quote at the end. Okay. You need to be uniform. Either single quote, or double quote, double quote. This is one thing you should remember. Whenever you're making, so if there is a quote, we call it a string. Okay. And in a string, you can write anything. You can write an alphabet. You can write a number also. You can write special character also. So within the brackets, you can write anything you want, and we call it a string. Okay. So here you can see I've written Nifty 5. So even a number we can write in a string. That's also fine. But this is a different type of value. So first type of value is integer. Second type of value is float. Third type of value is this string. Okay. So remember these three type of value. Now string concatenation. Now when we add two numbers, we say addition. Okay. When you add 1 plus 1, you're going to get a 2. This is a mathematical addition. But when you add two string, we don't say it's a mathematical addition. We call it with using another word called as concatenation. Okay. So here, see what I've done. I've made a variable called as first name, which is Marsh, and last name, which is McLennan. And then I'm just concatenating two words by using the plus operator. So once I do this, I'm going to get Marsh McLaren. Okay, this is what I'm getting, and without a space, because there is no space in between. If I need a space, what I can do, I can add a string with only a space in it. Okay, so I can have a string with a single space. That's also fine. So here you can see I have made an empty string with a single space, and I'm getting Marsh space McLaren as an output. Okay, so this is how you add to string. All right. Now, here I have made two more variable. Okay, I'm just printing it. I'm getting the same output. Now, if you want to run it in a Python file, so you need to save this entire code in a file which should end with .py. Now, if you know that when it comes to text file, so you have .txt. Okay, when it comes to a PDF file, it ends with .pdf, right? If it's some other file, like maybe HTML file, it opens in Chrome, so it's .html. So each file has an extension to it. So Python file also has an extension that is .py. All right, so remember this. So if you run the Python file, okay, if you only write this much and if you run the file, you'll not see any output, because you need the print function if you want to show something. So this is how you will write. You'll write print full name either, or you can write print first name comma last name. Now in print, previously or till now, we have only sent one argument. Okay, so instead of saying it variable, we say it argument. Okay, so I've written print one argument, that was full name. Okay, here in this case, I've written full name one argument. You can also send two arguments too. So here I have written print first name comma last name. Now, when you send two arguments in a print, so what print will do, it will automatically add a space between them. So here you can see it is written Marsh space McLennan. Okay, so either you can send one argument in the print, or you can send multiple arguments. You just need to separate them by a comma. Okay, so this is something that you should remember. So let's do some practice. Okay, so whatever I've shown you just now. So I hope this screen is visible, but I'll share it one more time. Okay, I hope now screen is visible. Now, This was my first code. I'll just comment it out. Okay, now what this comment, I'll tell you in few minutes. So let's remove everything for now. I'll make a variable. Okay, let's take some other stock, like let's take Bank Nifty. So I'll take first.
How did you comment everything together?
So I'll just tell you how to do it. So you just select everything and you just press CTRL / question mark. Okay. So I'll tell you in a few minutes what are comments. Don't worry, everyone. Okay. So what I've done, I've made a variable called as first. Okay. And I'll make the name of the variable as bank. Okay. Then I'll make a variable last. I'll make it Nifty. Okay, bank Nifty I've made first and last variable, 2 variables I have. Now this is what? This is string. Now I can also have a number also. I can write 50 also. This won't change anything. This is still a string. Okay. Now I can only have 50 also. Only 50 is also fine. It is still a string because it's inside a quote. Don't say it's a number. We will say it's a string. Okay. Now let's do concatenation. So what I'll do, I'll write print. I'll write, wait, I'll make a variable called as full first equal to first plus last. Okay. And the last line, I'll just write print full. So if I run the code, you'll see, I'll see bank Nifty 50. Okay. This is what I'm saying in the output screen. Okay. Now this is one way of using a print. That is, you're sending one argument. So how to send two multiple argument? You just write a comma. Okay. And then you write the second argument. Let's say that I want to print last again. So I'll write last. First I've written full, comma, last. Print full will print bank Nifty 50. Last will print Nifty 50 with a space between them. So if I run the code, you'll see it is bank Nifty space Nifty 50. Okay. I hope this is clear. Now, if I'll just change this from full to first. So this will give me bank space Nifty 50. Okay, so this is how you do string concatenation, and this is how you use the print function. Okay, so two functions, remember, we have discussed int and print. Okay, now let's move forward to our PPT again. Okay, so this is how you print it and this is how you use it. And let's understand about comment. Now, what are comments? Now in Python, there is single line comment and there is multi-line comment. Now, what is comment? Whenever you want to write a code, okay, and you don't want that code to be understandable by the interpreter, but that code is written for a user, that is for some other programmer or for yourself. So that is what a comment is. Okay, let's say that you're sending some box to someone. Okay, so on that box you're going to write a label, you're going to write an address, you're going to write the name and all. So this is what? This is a comment. Okay, you're writing to let them know that this is for you. Okay, similarly, whenever you write a code, okay, so you write a comment to explain what you're doing. Okay, so suppose you have written a very long code. Okay, now if someone else or even you, if you're reading it after 1 or 2 months, okay, you don't have to go through the entire code. You'll just read the comment, whatever is written. You'll see, oh, this is what this code is doing. Now, what is the speciality of a comment? Whenever you make a comment, that is skipped by the interpreter. Interpreter will just ignore that line. Wherever you write interpreter, wherever you write comment in the Python file, that will be skipped by the interpreter. Okay, so how do you make an interpreter? You write hash. In the beginning, if you write hash, so you say that entire line is a comment. The color of the entire line will itself change. Okay, it's a single line comment. All right, so this is a comment. Then in the next line, I have made 3 variables. One is string. This is also string. This is integer. Okay, value is an integer type of value. Okay, then what I'm doing, I'm just adding everything. I'm adding a number. I'm adding a string with a number. If you see at the end, this is a string, value at is a string, and this value is actually a number. Okay, in that variable, I'm storing an integer type of value, and I'm trying to add a string with an integer. Now, whenever you add 2 different type of value, it is going to throw an error. Okay, it is not able to add a string with an integer. It's like apple and mangoes. You cannot add them. But similarly, you cannot add 2 different types of value. Okay, so this is what the error is. Okay, so let me show you on Python file. I hope my this coding screen is visible. So I'll write the code now. What I'll do, I'll make a variable called as num1, which is equal to 50. Okay, and I'll make a num2, which is equal to 50. Okay, now both of them are string integer. So if I write print, if I write num1 plus num2, so this is going to show me 100. Okay, so if I run this code again, so this is going to show me what? 100. See, it is showing me 100. But if I change it to string, if I change this to string, and if I change this to string, so Pramod, tell me what will be the answer if I run the code?
50 space 50.
50 space 50. Hamid, what do you think?
50-50.
Yes. So if I run the code, you'll see there is no space because I never added a space. All right. Now, what will happen if I change my num2 to a number? See, my num1 is a string, my num2 is not a, sorry, num1 is a string and num2 is an integer. Now they are both different types. So if I run the code, you'll see it will throw an error. And error will always be same. It is like not int to string. This is this type of error you'll see. Okay. So always remember, if you try to add two different type of value, it is going to throw an error. So the same thing is happening here. Okay. So how do I solve this problem? Now, one thing is I can just convert this value variable into a string. I'll add a code, it will become a string, but that is not the best approach. There is a better approach, that is to use the str function. Okay. So just like we had the string function, just like we have the int function, what int function do? It converts any type of value to integer. Similarly, we have a string function, which is str. What string function will do? It will take any type of value, it will convert it into string if it is convertible. Okay. So if I run this code, now it will work properly. Okay. Now I'm not really adding any different type of value. I'm adding same type of value. How I'm adding? I'm just converting that integer into string first, and then I'm adding it. So I no longer am adding different type of value. So this is how you convert one type to another type. Okay. What we did just now, we had integer value, some number I converted that number into a string by using str function. Okay. I hope this is clear. Now, this is one way. Okay. Or what could I have done? I would have directly used the print function, separating all the arguments by comma. Okay. So you see here, I'm separating everything by a comma, and I'm not using the str function in this case. And still it is working. Can anyone tell me why it is working in this case? Taran, can you tell me why it is working? I'm not using str function, but still it is working.
Because we are using quotes.
No, see here, value is not in quotes.
Okay.
Because you're not using the plus operator.
Correct. Because we are not adding anything. Now, when you write print and you write multiple arguments, so what print do? Whatever you write, it will just show it on the output screen. So it never added anything. It showed formed in, it showed 1969. It never added anything. So it's not showing an error. Okay. So that is what print do. And that's why it is not throwing an error, even though, it may looks like I'm adding something, but I'm not adding anything. I'm just, just showing everything on the output screen. Now let's move forward. Okay. Now dealing with quotes in string. Now let's say that you have this type of string. Okay. And if you try to print it, it will throw an error. Why it is throwing an error? Because you have written hell. Okay, in the beginning, you have written one quote. After double L, you have written another quote. And at the end, you have written another quote. In a single value, you have written three quotes. So what interpreter will think? Interpreter will say that, this third string, you have never ended it. You just, left it blank without an ending. So it's throwing an error. It's saying invalid syntax. So if you want to write a quote, okay, in your string, if you want to save it, so what you do, you use double quote in the end and single quote in the middle or wherever you want to use. So this is how you add a quote in a string. All right. I hope this is also clear. Now, special character. Now, what is special character? Now, let's say that, if I print this, I've made two variables. One is health granny, one is the death parrot. Both of them, a variable name is famous sketch1, famous sketch2, and I'm just printing it. Okay. If I print it, I'm getting this output, health granny, space the death parrot. All right. Now, what if I want it in the new line? Okay. I want it like this, famous granny, and the next line health granny, famous work, in the next line health granny, in the next line death parrot. So this is where I'll use the special character. Now, special character are also called as escape sequence. So remember this term I might use, that is escape sequence, /n. So this is /n you see here. It's actually a string only, but this string, /n string, holds a different type of power. What's his power? Wherever you write /n, whatever you have after /n will be moved to the next line. That is the power of /n. Okay, so I'll repeat one more time. Wherever you write /n in the string, whatever you write after /n will be moved to the next line. So here I'm printing famous work. I'm printing famous sketch1. So famous sketch1 in the beginning we have /n, so it is moving the entire thing into the next line. And I'm seeing health granny. In here also it is writing /n death parrot, so everything is moved to the next line, that is death parrot. Okay. So just like /n, we have another escape sequence or special character called as /t. Now, what is slash t? Slash t means tabs. So on our keyboard, we have tabs, right? So what is tab? Tab is equal to 4 spaces. If you write space 4 times or you write tab 1 time, both of them are same. Okay, so if you want tab in your string, so you write slash t, that will be replaced with a tab. So this is how my output will look like. All right, so let's do some practice. So what I'll do, I'll have made 2 variables. Okay, now if I just write print, I'll write first, comma, last. So what will happen? Both of them will be printed in a single line. Okay, I'll write here another string, comma, I'll write here stock name, maybe stock name, colon. Okay, now what I want this bank to be in the next line and last to be in the next line. So what should I do? Hamid, you tell me what should I do?
\n.
Slash n, yes. So here I'll write slash n. So let's run the code. If I run the code, you'll see that bank is moved to the next line.
Yeah.
Okay. Now if I write here also slash n, what will happen? Nifty 50 will move to the next line. So you see now, this is how my output looks like. All right. Now let's say I want a tab also in the beginning. So here I'll write after slash n, I'll write slash t. So here tabs will be added. Okay, see tabs is added. So here also I'll write a slash t. So here also tabs will be added. Clear? Any doubt in this?
Clear.
All right, great. Now let's move forward. So I hope this is clear. Slash and slash t, these are called escape sequence. You can note it down if you want. Now we will try to understand a little difficult topic. Okay, so I'll revise this again in our next session too. So try to understand it. It's a little difficult. Okay, so let's try to understand string behind the scene. So what exactly is happening in string? What do we have in string? So here I have a string which is hello space world. Okay, and each character in the string has an index associated to it. H has 0, E has 1, L has 2, L has again 3, then O is 4. Like that we have index. Starting index is 0 and the ending index is 11. But if you count the number of characters, there are 12 characters in this string. Why this ending index is 11? Because I'm starting from 0. Remember this, in computer science, counting always starts from 0. Okay, in computer, counting don't start from 1, it starts from 0. Okay, if you show a computer how many fingers are this, it's going to say 4. This is 0, this is 1, this is 2, this is 3, this is 4. Okay, this makes the things a little complicated because the counting starts from 0. Okay, so the 0th index has a value of 4. 11th index has a value of exclamation. So this 1, 2, 3, 4, 0, 1, 2, we call it index. Okay, if you want to access a particular element by using this index, this is how you'll do it. You'll write variable name, greeting, square bracket, you'll write 0, it will give you H. If I write greeting, square bracket, if I write 11, it will give me exclamation. Okay, so this is how you get a value by using the index. Okay, any doubt in this? Anyone who's not understanding this? So let's do some practice. Okay, I want someone to share your screen. So Taran, you share your screen. Taran, are you sharing your screen? Yes, great. Now, what I want you to do, Taran, just write print and then write first in the keep the same thing. Just in the next line, write print. Yes, write print and then write first. After writing first, round bracket. You have to write round bracket. No, you have to write round bracket first. Yes, in the round bracket, you write first, then you write square bracket. Now, square bracket is used to access the index. Okay, so write square bracket. No, this is curly bracket. You need to write square bracket. In square bracket, write 0 and just run the code. Yes, run the code. See, if you run the code, you will get B. Okay, what if you write square bracket 3? See, it is showing you K. 0, 1, 2, 3. 3 stands for K. Understood? Taran, I hope you have understood this.
Yeah. Yeah, I
All
got
right.
this, got this.
Great. Now you can stop your share.
Yeah. Mm,
Taran? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So this is the concept of index in string. All right. Now, let's say you want to know how many characters are there in the string. So you can just write length. After length, you can write the variable name. It will give you how many characters are there in the string. In this case, we have 12 characters. Okay, I hope this is clear.
Okay.
All right. So length is the third function that we are discussing today. First is int, second is string str, third is len, length. Length function will tell you how many characters are there in the string. So in this case, I have 12 characters, so it is showing me 12.
Yes.
Okay. Now, let's do one small problem. Okay, so let's say that you have a man and it can only speak half of the word. If it want to say good, it can only say OD. If it want to say evening, it can only say the other half, that is NING. Okay, so whatever we have learned till now, if I use that concept, this is the code that I will write. I'll write word 1 square bracket 2 plus word 1 square bracket 3. Okay, this is going to give me OD. Now the problem in this approach is if the length of the string is very long, there are 100, 200 character, it's going to take me a lot of time. Word 1 square bracket 2, word 1 square bracket 3, word 1 square bracket 4, like that I have to write multiple times. And this will increase if the length of the string is very long. Is there a better way to do the same thing? The answer is yes. So now we will understand the concept of slicing. Okay. Again, a very important topic and a little difficult topic. So I want you guys to pay attention. Okay. So what is slicing? So let's say you want to slice out a section of this of a string, like slicing out a bread. You want to slice it out. Let's say that you have this string called as Python and you want to slice from T to O. Okay. So I have marked two things. This is the starting and this is the ending. So what is the starting index? Starting index is 2. What is the ending index? Ending index is 4. So this section of the string, that is THO, I want to slice it out. So that's why this concept is called as slicing. Okay. If I want to do this, what I have to do? I have to write, first I'll take the starting and I'll take the ending. Okay. And I'll write variable name, square bracket, starting index, colon, ending index plus 1. This is important, plus 1, not ending index. So in this case, ending index is 4. So here I have to write 5. 4 plus 1, that is 5. So this is the concept of slicing. So what will be the formula? The formula will look something like this. Okay. It's variable name, square bracket, start, colon, end plus 1. I hope this is clear. Now let's do some practice. So Pramod, tell me what should we write for this if I want to slice out Geo?
Variable, it will be word 1 0, colon 2.
Correct. So this is what we will write. Okay. So Hamid, tell me what we will write for this.
Sorry, Sunil, there was a disturbance at my end. I couldn't go through that one. Sorry.
Which part? Should I explain it one more time? Slicing part?
Yeah, or maybe someone else can take it just for the sake of saving the time.
Achha, okay. But Tharan, can you tell me?
Word 1 equal to 2, 3. 2 is to 3.
Yeah. So what you said 2 is correct. Now 3 was a little wrong because this should be 3 plus 1. The problem is it is out of the index, but still you can write 4. Okay. So if you write 2 colon 4, that is also correct.
Okay.
Okay. So this is how you slice OD. Now there is another shortcut, that is instead of writing 0, you can leave it blank. Okay. And here also instead of writing 4, you can leave it blank.
Okay. So why is this plus 1?
Where is plus 1? That's the formula itself.
Okay.
You know, they have done it for some reason.
Okay.
Is how it is. Okay. So Hamid, I'll explain it one more time. So have you not understood only this part, or the previous part also you have not understood?
Only this one. Sorry.
Achha, okay. I'll just explain it one more time. So let's say that you have a string, Hamid. Okay. And you want to slice a section of the string. You have a bread, you want to slice a part of the bread. So that's why we call it slicing. It's called string slicing. Okay. What you want this section of THO. You want this THO, you want to, like separate this THO out from the string. Okay. And you want to save it somewhere or you want to use it somewhere. So what will you do? You'll get the starting index. So in this case, starting index is 2. And then you'll get the ending index. In this case, the ending index is 4. Okay. Hamid, are you still with me?
Yeah. Got it. Yeah.
Then you'll write the variable name, that is word. You'll write square bracket. You'll write the starting boundary and the ending boundary plus 1. So in this case, ending is 4. So I'll write 4 plus 1, that is 5. Here you'll write 5.
Got it. Yeah.
Okay. So this is how the formula will look like. So variable start colon end plus 1. Okay.
Got it.
All right.
Thanks.
So that is how it is done. Okay. If you have not understood, don't worry. You can go through the videos too. I have recorded everything for you guys to do the revision. I'll show you in a few minutes how to do that. Okay. Now, if I use this concept, so this is what I'm going to do. Instead of writing word 1 square bracket 2 plus word 1 square bracket 3, I'll write word 1 square bracket 2 colon 4. This is going to give me the same answer. Okay. This is for the first word. So instead of writing 4, I can leave it blank too. Right? I can leave it blank instead of writing 4. I'll write 2 colon nothing. This is also going to give me the same answer. So this is going to give me odd name. Now, if you look at this answer, everything looks good. But one thing, if you have noticed, the center point, I have to do it manually. Manually, I have to figure out what is the center point. In this case, it is 2. In this case, it is 3. Anyone can tell me, is there any other way I can figure out the center point of a string?
Using length.
Correct. So what we will use the length function. So length function will give me how many characters are there in the string. If there are 4, it is going to give me 4. What I want the center of the 4. Center of the 4 is if you divide it by 4 by 2, you're going to get the center part. So I'll divide 4 by 2, I'm going to get 2. Here I'm dividing some number that is 7 by 2, I'm getting 3.5. The problem in this is index cannot be a decimal. Okay. Index needs to be an integer value. All right. So here I'm getting 2.0, here I'm getting 3.5. If I use this value, it is going to throw an error. So what we do, we need to do the division so that I get an integer value. So previously I showed you a function that is int. Int can do this for us. But there is another way of doing the same thing. That is, instead of writing single slash, you write double slash. If you write double slash, what it will do, instead of giving you a float value, it will give you an integer value. In this case, it will give you 2, and in this case, it will give you 3. I'll repeat one more time what the problem is. Whenever you divide two things, you get a float value. So in this case, you were getting 2.0. In this case, you were getting 3.5. The problem with these two values are that they are float value, and index cannot be a float. It needs to be a integer. So I need an integer value. I can use the int function also that we discussed, or I'm showing you another way, that is you use double slash. Double slash will also give you the same, that is integer value. In this case, it is giving me 2. In this case, it is giving me 3. Clear? Taran and Hamid, is this clear?
Yes.
Yep.
Great. Now, if I put everything together, this is how it's going to look like. Okay, so I have word 1 square bracket half colon nothing, word 2 half colon nothing. What is this half 1 and half 2? Half 1 is length of word divided by 2, and half 2 is also length of word divided by 2. Okay, so anyone has any doubt in this?
So Sunil, the double slash is also like a modulus, right?
Yes, not modulus. It gives you a quotient only, but an integer quotient. If the value is 2.5, it will give you 2. If the value is 2.0, it will again give you 2.
Got it. Good. Thanks.
Okay, yeah. So let's do some practice. So Hamid, you share your screen. So we will do the same thing. So make two variables. Yeah, you can remove everything or you can comment it out. How to comment, I'll tell you, Hamid. So you have selected everything. Now you have to press CTRL and question mark. At the same time, you have to press. Select everything one more time and press Control and slash. or question mark. Yes. So everything is commented now. Okay, now go to the next line and make variable like you can make two word 1 equal to some word and word 2 equal to some word. And then I want you to write a code to print half of the word. Understood? So you have to make the variable name first. Okay, make a variable name called as word1 equal to, in the string, write whatever you want to write. Yes, word1 equal to make a string, and in the string you write whatever word you want to write. Yes, in the next line make a word2 also similarly. Yes, now in the next line make a variable called as half1, which will be like the half index of the word1. How will you do this? How will you calculate half1 and half2? Yes, Sam, tell me, what will you write now? Write equal to, write length of word1. That is length, and then in function, in round bracket, you'll write word1. Len. Yeah, it's a function. In the round bracket, you'll write word1. Write plus at the end. No need to write plus anything right now. Do the same thing in the next line also. Remove the that. Yeah. In the next line, write word half2 and do the same thing for word2 also. Yes. Now in the next line, just write print. Oh, you removed something. Can you just undo it? Yes. Now in the next line, just write print word1. In the round bracket, write word1. Square bracket. Within yes, over there, right? Square bracket. What will be the starting index? Hamid, you tell me. Hamid, you're on mute. Are you saying something?
So yeah.
So what will you write in square bracket?
John?
No. We need the starting index, right? Starting index is half1.
Yeah.
So in square bracket, you'll write half1 colon nothing. You'll write.
Okay.
Yes, write half1 in the square bracket. You have to write half1 colon. Yes. Colon. Yes. Now run the code. You will see half of the John. That is, I think, either n will
divide by 2, na?
Oh yeah, forgot to divide by 2. Yeah. So on line 10 and 11, you have to divide by 2 also. At the end, outside the bracket, just write divide by 2. So this should be double divide. Instead of single division, you have to write double slash to get a integer value instead of a float value. Yes, now run the code.
On. Yeah.
Understood how we did this?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So we got last two ones. Yeah.
All right, great. Now you can stop your share. Okay, anyone else has any doubt till here?
So what is the colon for?
What is what?
The colon.
Colon.
Yeah.
Colon represent like I'll tell you, this colon represent the boundary between the starting index and ending index. So somewhere you have to write starting index, somewhere you have to write ending index.
Yeah,
so
but we didn't write the ending boundary, right?
Yes, so that you can leave it blank. It's a shortcut.
Okay.
So if you leave it blank, what it means is you are starting from the starting index till the end. Whatever you have till the
Okay.
end, it will go. If you leave it blank, that's what this blank represents.
Okay, got it.
Okay. Anyone else has any doubt? Pramod, do you want to ask anything?
No, I'm good.
All right. So we have finally completed our first session. Okay. So the last part was a little difficult one. So no worry. If we have time in our next session, I'll revise it one more time. The concept of indexing and slicing. Okay. So what is indexing? You have this number associated with each letter in the string, that is indexing. What is slicing? We want to slice out the section. So we have a formula. We write the variable name, square bracket, starting index, colon, ending index +1. This is the syntax of a slicing something out from a string. Okay. And we saw two more functions. One is int and one is str, int and str. It converts something into int or string. Okay. So these are all the things that we have discussed. All right. So let me show you how you can access everything. So I want someone to share his screen. So has anyone made an account yet on fesapro.com? So if you have not made an account, quickly make an account and let me know once you have made an account. So I'll just show you what you have to do. Just go to fesapro.com.
Is there any reason to save this code that we just now wrote?
No need to save it as of now. It's not needed that much. Okay, so you have to click on login and click on sign up. Okay, add all the details and create an account. Okay, let me know once you're done. So we will be having our next session next week. Okay, so tomorrow there won't be any session. So from next week onward, every Saturday, Sunday, we will be having a session, same time. That is 6 to 7:30 IST. Can you guys hear me?
Yes.
All right. So if anyone is done, you can share your screen. Pramod, are you done with making an account?
Yeah, just one
Yeah.
second.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, just share your screen.
Yes, I did. I shared my screen.
Okay. So go to my courses.
Yep. Yeah.
Yes, great. Now, I'll just give you the access right now. Just give me a minute. Okay. Then you can refresh your page. Okay. Now, can you refresh the page? Okay.
Yep.
So in front of you, you can do two courses. One is Python Batch 7 and one is Python for finance and trading.
Yes.
So in the second course for finance and trading, you'll find all of my recording. So just click on that course. Yeah. So these are all the pre-recorded stuff. Okay. Pre-recorded stuff. And you'll also find all the assignments too. So if you want to access, go to terms and condition and click next. Yeah. Just click on the top right. Can you see that complete? And yeah, click on it. Yes. Once you do this, you'll get the access of everything. So can you see that variable video? See on the left side, you can see what is Python, a data type, number, operator. You have variable quiz. Okay, click on variable quiz.
Yeah.
Yeah. So in that, there are a few questions that I've given you. You can start this quiz later once you have time. In the
Okay,
next,
great.
you will see variable challenges. Okay, click on challenges. These are all the problems that you have to solve. Like whatever you have learned today, you'll solve this. In the next, you'll see variable video. Okay, so in that video, the next section is video. Oh, no, above it. Yes. So this is my recording. So in that, I've already explained the thing that we have discussed. Okay, so if you want to revise it, you can go through this recording. The same is, so this is the PPT.
Okay.
Okay, now the same thing will be applicable for all the future modules. Okay, we have strings, then we have condition, you know, like that. Slowly we will proceed ahead.
Perfect. And what did you say earlier about the schedule? You said every Saturday we have
every Saturday, Sunday.
Saturday and Sunday, but tomorrow we are not doing.
Tomorrow we are not. From next week onward, we will be having Saturday, Sunday.
6 to 7:30.
6 to 7.
Okay.
IST.
Yep.
Yeah, go back to our courses. Now in the second course that I've given you, in that you'll find all the recording. Okay, if you click on batch 7, in the batch 7, you'll find the session recording. So today's session recording, you'll find in 29 October. Okay, so it's still going on. So you cannot join it. So like whenever the class starts, you'll find the class link also here only.
Okay, great.
I do share the link on WhatsApp also. So even if you don't visit here, you'll still get the link.
Good.
Okay. So from next session onward, whenever we will be having session, all the session recording you'll find in this course.
All right.
Okay. You can stop your share now. All right. Great. So I'll give you the same access, Taran and Hamid. Okay. So after a few minutes, I'll give you the access. All right.
Okay.
Okay. Any other doubt? Anyone want to ask anything?
No, it was good. Good start.
Great. Thanks, Pramod.
Yes.
All right, then I guess we will meet again next week. Okay, Sunday, Saturday, same time. All right.
All right. Great. Thank you.
Okay, then bye everyone. Good night.
Bye.
And good morning.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Have a great day.
Yeah. Bye.